Hello everyone, my name is Flora from Time-With Flora, and today we have a very special guest with us, Iquo Ukoh.
Yes.
Thank you. How are you today?
I'm great, Flora. I'm great. Really looking forward to this session.
Yeah, fantastic, and looking forward to hearing your thoughts and all the learning points as well. Iquo and I actually met probably about 2 years ago or so, almost three years ago.
Yes.
So you were a speaker at an Access Bank sponsored event in recognition of International Women's Day,
Correct.
which I attended, and you were a speaker. And I was so drawn to you because of a number of things that you said that even till today, are learning points that I key into, as I keep moving forward in my life. And I connected with you on LinkedIn. Didn't get the opportunity. You were surrounded by admirers. Didn't get the opportunity to speak to you, but connected with you on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And we have every so often spoken.
Yeah.
Last year we both had losses in the family, so it was a bit of a trying year for us. But we've connected again, and so delighted to be here.
My pleasure.
To let our guests know, this is a production of Headway Point, and as I said, Iquo is our guest. Now, many of you will know Iquo. She has had and continues to have a very prosperous and bold, if I might say so, career in the marketing advertising space.
Yes.
You were for a number of years in Nestle, for which you have since retired. You were in charge of driving a number of brands within the business as a senior marketing executive. And along the lines, at some point you started to dabble using your passion, food nutrition,
Yes.
to set up your it may call it a side hustle,
Yes.
which
Yes.
many people know about,
Yeah.
called 1Q Food Platter. Amazing following on Instagram. I think about 93,000 followers at the moment. And but apart from that, you've started your business and consultancy, which is fantastic, and you are also serving on a number of boards as non-executive director. So it's a real pleasure to have you and to learn from you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, no, indeed. So my first question is, so since retiring into a new career space, what is life like for you now? How typically are you spending a working week these days?
I think my impression about retirement before now, judging from my parents, was, the woman sitting somewhere knitting and the man reading newspapers. These were the things we saw in adverts. But I had told myself, I wasn't going to get into this. First of all, I didn't know how to knit, so that wasn't going to be a possibility. But it's been exciting, because for me, I think the point about retirement is having something to do. It's not so much about are you going to be able to feed yourself and all of that. Thank goodness we certainly can.
Yeah.
But it's about when you wake up in the morning, what are you going to be getting up to? And so I have found, of course, something I started whilst I was, in my 9 to 5, food blogging. And I have found that it's taking up so much of my time. And then, so many other things have come my way. Has retirement been exciting? I'm asking myself, why did I stay so long? I should have left, and retired earlier.
Yeah.
But, here we are today. It's been really a wonderful experience.
Yes. And just stay with the whole, what you're doing with the one Q food platter and Nestle. How were you able to navigate both these things? And by the way, a lot more, obviously you're a mother, you have other roles in life. How were you able to navigate all these things and still remain successful in the various areas of your life? And of course we juggle, and nothing is always perfect, and a lot of people, the whole side hustle thing is something that by its very nature in Nigeria everybody gets into, but we struggle sometimes to balance. How were you able to navigate that?
The word balance, for me, I think it's about what you have defined as balance. you know, life is for me, it's about a triangle: myself, my family, and the career. So depending on how I pull on one side, that triangle is not likely to be a triangle of 3 equal sides all the time. And so the question is, what do I want? You know, do I want to pull towards my career? Do I want to pull towards the family end? And I am there as well. So for me, there were times it was balanced, and there were times it wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah.
There were times I had to give up on things. I mean, possibly I would have risen up higher than where I ended up, but it was my decision to say, look, career, there's a point I'll get to, and whether I like it or not, I'm going to retire someday. So for me, it was about family. I needed to keep the family end stable. And so I had to give up on a few things, you know, that came my way in terms of career. Am I happy? Yes, because it was my decision. So depending on how you wanted it, yes, you know, you gave, you know, your effort in that direction. But again, it's about planning.
Yeah.
I also had, I must say, very good support system from the family end. So even for when the kids were growing up, I had my sister, I had my brothers who were ready to help. Just happened to have married somebody as well who is, you know, very much family oriented. So that helped. School runs, prize giving days. I wasn't there for all of those things, but I had that support system. The career, I said I was going to make the best I could within my consideration, and I did.
Yeah. Do you know, I love everything that you said there. There is something that I always talk about when I speak about people pursuing something and striving for sustained success, and I call it, I use the abbreviation WHEEL, where W is basically your why factor. You know, what is it that you want to do? Why do you want to do it? Be connected with that, because that is going to be your motivator.
Absolutely.
And the thing that keeps you on course to understand what you're doing. Your E is your emotional intelligence. So your emotional intelligence being self-aware, knowing what you want, understanding, you know, what doesn't work for you, what works for you, because I could hear all those things. So when you were talking about the fact that knowing fully well that, for example, you would not be able to be at every activity for the children, but understanding enough that you were part of a unit that could complement each other to be where you needed to be, even though you would not be there physically. A is for accountability, and one thing I always say to people is, it's really good to have an accountability partner, to have a support network, and you very much articulated what that looks like. And then the lifestyle, which is the whole thing about the balance as well. And that can speak to how you spend your time, how you rest, how you take time out so that you don't burn out, and so on and so on. So many, everything there, it really encompassed the wheel for me. So wonderful. Holistically, what would you say, given where you are in your life career, and I always call it life career, because, you know, a lot of times people think career is just work, but we need to think about this holistically. You know, it is the work, it's the family, it is all those parts of the whole, you know, that need to be able to somehow work together. So holistically, given where you have been with your life career today, what have been maybe the 2 or 3 takeouts, lessons that you've learned that you would share today?
For me, I think there's something about humility. And, you know, respecting everybody that you meet along your way in terms of this career, you know, your chase. Because what I have found is, after retirement, I have found people whom, well, they said I did this for them, I did that for them, I can't remember. And they're the ones that have come, you know, to support whilst I'm retired. And it has nothing to do with, because whether the person is an MD somewhere, or whether the person was just the cleaner that was cleaning the toilets whilst we were walking. I believe that everybody has, you know, something they bring to you, and of course something you give to them. So for me, humility is very much important. And maybe something I took from my mom in her later years, because she stayed with me. I know we're going to talk about this. It's about it's not that serious after all. It's not that serious after all. Because I see this thing that goes on in our career in the corporate world. People are stabbing each other and this and that. And now that I've left, now that I lived with my mom for 2 years, I asked myself, what was that all about? What was that all about?
Yeah, bigger picture.
Yeah. So it's for me, yes, succeed, absolutely, dream, achieve, your dream, but don't step on people as you go along. That's not to say that you tolerate mediocrity if people are not doing what they're supposed to do. Yes, you tell them off. But why are you telling them off? It's just to get things done better. Not because I just want to trample on you to get up there. Up there for what? I don't know.
Just like the feeling of it. So, intentional and non-intentional. What are the things that you would say you have done in your career that you have been intentional about, and things that you were unintentional about, but they had an impact anyway?
Intentional. I think I was particular about building my personal brand, and every opportunity that came, I utilized that. Because when I heard people say, "Oh, yes, I remember," it was intentional. And a few things I did then, which, like, the cover of certain newspapers. I was doing the job anyway, but it was intentional for me to be there because I was building my brand at that time. I was intentional about also pulling the young ones along, the younger people in the system. I wanted to leave and say, who did I train? Who can possibly replace me when I leave? And therefore, I was grooming, some of the young ones. And, for me, I look back, I sit back, and I see these guys doing well. Because really, at the end of the day, if I succeeded and there was nobody to succeed me, what's the point? Those were the intentional things I did. The unintentional is what I spoke about earlier, which is I might have taught lives. I wasn't aware I did. I was kind to people. I wasn't aware that was it. I wasn't thinking about it. I was doing my job anyway. But I come out and people are saying, you remember you did this for me? You remember you did that for me? You remember the advice? Because it wasn't just about money. It was, I didn't know where my career was going, and you called me into your office and you said this and you said that. When I did it anyway, but
Lovely. So for people out there that are really hungering to move on to their new phase of life, new career, goals, aspirations, life career, but are afraid, are worried,
yes.
Particularly if you've been in the corporate space, you've been used to receiving a salary and all of that, which you've been there. What words of advice would you give them?
I always tell people the first day you're walking into that organization, plan to exit.
That's one of the things I remember you saying, yes. Yeah.
Did I plan to exit? Maybe no. But with benefit of hindsight, I should have. But 5 years to retirement, I think I really got my act together and started something. But I had actually started thinking about it 10 years before I retired. And that helped. I ask people today, what's your passion? And I tell you, a very difficult thing for many people to figure out. What do I love doing, even if I'm not paid to do it? And a lot of people still don't know. So I think that's the starting point. What's that thing you want to do, or you could do, even if you're not paid money to do it? Because you'll need a good dose of passion to do certain things when you're retired. And so I would say, even before you retire, try to start that thing. What do you spend your weekends doing? You can direct your energy to doing that thing you love doing, even if you're not going to be paid for it. And remember, if you're in an organization that I was in, you cannot be moonlight. Remember, so I started doing something even when I wasn't, getting any money out of it. But also it was strategic.
Yeah.
I wanted to grow my social media following. I wasn't earning any money. I was spending my money growing that social media following. But there was something I could happily step into when I finally left my 9 to 5.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, one of the things that I was really inspired when you said that thing about joining an organization and planning to exit. It really struck a chord with me, I have to say. And one of the things that I realized that I needed to invest time in, because I just didn't have enough time to do everything that I wanted to do because I had a full-time job. So what I committed to do was, well, if I couldn't do it, I would have to pay somebody. And I made that investment, and it's been the best thing I ever did.
Absolutely.
Because it means that even while I'm busy with my full-time job, I've got somebody working for me. Yes, it's an investment because there's a cost to it, but there is a long-term goal and intention towards it. So I absolutely agree with everything that you've said there. So my last question is this. Looking forward, when you think along the lines of well-being and legacy, what are the two things for you that come to mind looking forward? Well-being and legacy. What comes to mind for you?
For me, legacy, I think first of all, let me start with my children. I want them to look back and say, yes, my mom, she was that woman who truthfully worked for what she got in terms of little comfort here. And that at the end of the day, hard work was not key. In terms of well-being, for me, what I have been doing in the past few years since my mom passed is to declutter my life. And decluttering means a lot, particularly materially. There's so many things we gather along the line we don't need. And it's to give off to people who actually need. Either that's material, but even in terms of my knowledge. I've gathered a lot about food over the years. And the point is, I want to leave that behind. I don't want to take anything anywhere. I think I'll have enough work to do with God when I get there. So I'm not going to take the one here. So I leave a lot back here. And so I'm getting into looking at getting a book, writing a book, food, because I find that there's so many things culturally where, we don't remember anymore. We're going to lose, eventually if we don't document. So I'm going to document things in a book form. Already I'm doing that on YouTube. So a lot of documentation, which of course goes back to decluttering. Let me declutter the brain here. Declutter my life generally, because when I look at my, think back, my mom 2 years to when she passed, she didn't have a lot of things, and but life was good. And I'm asking, why do I need to keep all of these things? Give it off to people that need this. Whoever you can help along the line, if God has blessed one with money, help somebody with education, help somebody with something. Just declutter. And be light.
Wonderful. Woo! Iquo, thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed it.
I have, absolutely. I mean, time is always a challenge.
Absolutely.
I wish we had more time.
It did. But thank you so much. It has been a delight to listen to you, to learn from you. And I'm sure our listeners have as well. You've been listening to Time with Flora, where we talk, learn, and grow together. Time-With Flora is a Headway Point production, and you can find us on social media at headwaypoint_ng. That's at headwaypoint_ng. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, and thank you to our listeners and our guests.